A former foreign minister of Sri Lanka once described the relationship between India and Sri Lanka as the one lost in time, one which is indefinable. Of late, the two countries have come down to more practical relationship, more practical ways to take it forward. And how do the two countries take this relationship forward is what we ought to know. And who better than the Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka, Mr. G.L. Peris. Minister, thank you for your time. First of all, what brings you to India and what was the main agenda?
Well, principally for the purpose of participating in the Joint Commission, which is co-chaired by His Excellency Salman Khurshid, the Indian External Affairs Minister, and myself. 2 years ago, we had a meeting of the Joint Commission in Colombo. This time it is in Delhi. That was the principal purpose, but I had, apart from that, a very good bilateral with the External Affairs Minister of India and with the Prime Minister. All in all, it was very constructive.
And what was the focus of the Joint Commission? You had a number of range of issues that were discussed.
Yes, a very wide range of issues, studying almost every sector of public policy. The economy, trade, investment, the energy sector, connectivity, cultural issues, education, security, which is very important. The text, for example, that we were able to formulate is indicative of the depth and the sweep of the relationship, which is truly remarkable.
Would you think that now both India and Sri Lanka are looking at a much more robust and much more wide-ranging relationship from, say, 5-7 years ago, when it was exclusively focused on solving the Tamil problem, or at least the insurgency that was there in Tamil Nadu, in Sri Lanka?
Oh, we've gone a long way forward since then. And as you know, the free trade agreement between the two countries is the first that India signed with anyone. It was also the first agreement that Sri Lanka signed. And that was way back in 1998. It came into operation in the year 2000. And since then, the volumes of trade between the two countries have increased sevenfold. And today, I mean, just as a yardstick of the extent to which the relationship has grown, if you take trade, tourism, investment, the largest number of tourists from any one country into Sri Lanka, the tourists come from India. When India is our principal trading partner, and Indian investment into Sri Lanka is very substantial. And the most important thing is that it is no longer a one-way street, because Sri Lankan companies are investing into India. We're very proud of that. Companies like Brandix, MAS Holdings, Damro, Aitken Spence, John Keels are contributing very significantly to the economic development of India. So it is a mutually enriching relationship.
That's excellent to know, because that is on the front burner now, as we can see. But there is one wrinkle which always sort of comes up in Indian Parliament, Indian polity really, is the political parties in Tamil Nadu have this constant question and constant sort of question to the central government, that what are you doing to get the Tamils of Sri Lanka just and fair settlement or a reconciliation? What's your take on that?
Well, what I would say about that is, the best solution is, the people who are writing these letters, right, and who are making these complaints, they should really come to Sri Lanka, go to the north of the country and see for themselves what is really happening on the ground. There is no better evidence than the evidence of one's own eyes. So let them have recourse to personal observation and take stock of the truly phenomenal progress which has been made in that part of the country since the cessation of hostilities just 3.5 years ago. The whole economy has been transformed, people's mindsets, their lifestyles, their access to livelihoods, fisheries, agriculture, the schools are up and running, the health system is something that we can be proud of in that part of the country, as indeed in other parts of the island. And all of this should actually be observed firsthand. So that's ultimately the answer. instead of relying on third-hand reports and propaganda from various sources which are by no means disinterested, they have agendas of their own, people who are making these complaints, let them go and see for themselves.
So, if I understand you correctly, you are inviting Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha, and Mr. Karunanidhi and his partymen or her partymen to come to north of Sri Lanka?
Absolutely. Not so long ago, we had a delegation of Indian parliamentarians. It cannot be described as an all-party delegation because some the parties that you referred to did not come, but many others did. So, it was a multi-party delegation from the Indian Parliament. And they saw for themselves that. And when they came back, their impression was on the whole a positive impression. And they did acknowledge the very significant progress which has been made in that part of the country, in the north. And they were objective enough to recognize that.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.